Let's talk about how the transatlantic slave trade really began. Not the myths, but the history. The story starts in the 1400s, before massive European colonies existed in the Americas. At that time, African kingdoms like the Mali Empire, the Congo Kingdom, and the Kingdom of Benin were powerful and thriving, trading gold, salt, and goods across vast networks. Then came the arrival of European explorers, first the Portuguese, then the Spanish, Dutch, British, and French. They came seeking trade, gold, spices, and new routes to Asia. But as European colonies grew in the Americas, they demanded cheap labor for sugar, tobacco, and cotton plantations. At first, Europeans tried to enslave indigenous peoples in the Americas, but diseases and resistance made that system collapse. So they turned to Africa, where there were already existing systems of local slavery and warfare. But here's the key point. African slavery before the Europeans was not the same as what came after. It was often about prisoners of war, temporary servitude, or integration into communities, not race-based, lifelong, hereditary slavery. European traders began exchanging weapons, cloth, and goods for captives, often fueling conflicts between African states. Over time, this trade turned into a massive system, the transatlantic slave trade, where more than 12 million Africans were kidnapped, shipped across the Atlantic, and forced into brutal labor. Some African leaders resisted the trade. Others, seeking power or goods, participated, often not realizing the full horror of what awaited those sold overseas. The result was centuries of suffering, the destruction of communities, and a legacy that reshaped continents. The truth is, the transatlantic slave trade was built on greed, driven by European empires, enabled by global systems, and justified by racist ideologies that still echo today. Understanding how it started isn't about blame, it's about truth. Because history, told honestly, helps us see the full picture of how we got here and how we move